So I was contemplating on doing this video because I wasn't sure if I really want to, since this is a rerun banner. But aside, there is a good possibility there's a lot of new players in the game right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I didn't make this back when the event first came out, which was like what 2020 or something. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to do it. Talking about the shifts on this banner and if it's worth pulling for. Now usually I do this on a the wiki or whatever, but because I have all these ships maxed out from whenever I grinded them, I can go ahead and talk directly about them in the game and whatnot. So it'll be much easier. Now let's go off and start off with the first ship on the list banner right here. We're gonna go in order. We have all this stuff right here. So I'm gonna use the wiki as my counter because I'm gonna forget. Let's start with Avrora. So Avrora right here, there's multiple ways of obtaining this ship. So it's okay for like cheesing back in the day because of this buff right here. She increased your Vanguard's damage by 35%. Now she herself does little to no damage, but if you're going for like quick burst setups or whatever, you can do some fun stuff with this skill right here. 35% increase to Vanguard damage, so people run like Shimakaze or Ibuki back in the day. You can do some neat stuff with her. But aside from that though, she doesn't really offer that much because Vanguard damage isn't amazing outside of torpedoes, and you only really use it for like just one-shotting things nowadays, so good for that. Otherwise, this ship is like kind of whatever. That's not bad for just cheating though, but just not overall gameplay and whatnot. Next one I have is Chappie. So Chappie right here, she used to be one of the strongest light cruisers back in the day. Still pretty good to this very day, but there's a lot better ships now for light cruisers. But she used to be one of the best, if not the best light cruiser back when she first came out. A lot of damage, a good buff as well too for herself. Still a solid ship if you guys just want like just cruiser damage for whatever reason. Has good, okay survivability, and then everything else is like, it's not bad. I think I used her for like a while. Well, I used her in one of my showcases, and she's definitely not bad. Definitely has okay damage. But there's just better options out there nowadays for light cruisers. But if you guys don't have any light cruiser, you want some damage or whatever for Vanguards, definitely an option for you to go ahead and grab her. Now the third ship here is gonna be Sovetskaya. So back in the day, she was Monarch Light or comparable with Monarch. I'm gonna have to disagree with that, but she was definitely one of the contenders up there for being a really good wave clearing battleship. Very good barrage with the load obstral. I probably butchered that name. 75% chance to fire barrage, higher than the usual 70%. So reliable. Is really good on projectiles. So I think it's like one of the best barrages in the game, honestly. But everything else though, she buffs Northern Parliament ships and Dragon Emperor as well too. So if you guys want to do like the new DD retrofits with Sovetskaya Rossiya, you can definitely get some stuff out of that. 5%. Let me see, for each of the increases ships. Oh, actually no, it buffs herself. Well, you can still get some value out of that. That's actually a lot. That's like 20% firepower right there. That's actually pretty solid. If you want to do like some mobbing setup, just do like Sovetskaya and the DDs or whatever. So like if I go to D3 right here, I replace New Jersey with Sovetskaya, and boom, I get a 10% firepower and accuracy increase. So definitely a good ship for wave clearing. Aside from that though, for like pretty much like end game bossing or whatever, not a big fan, but solid if you guys really need a good battleship. This is definitely one of the better battleship options out there in the game as of right now. Next on the list we have Tashkent. So Tashkent, if I'm not mistaken, she was probably the best DD when she first came out. Back then I think the only one comparable back then was like Z23, but I think Tashkent is way better. Until we had the other DDs coming like Suzuki, and there's other ones as well too, but I forgot their names. But there's a lot of good DDs came after. I think Tashkent was like the first really good DD in the game. So I got a lot of survivability with the what you want to call it. Well, not survivability, damage. A lot of damage. So really good DD. That's pretty much all I gotta say. I think compared to nowadays, there's better options, but still, if you guys want to do just like cheap farming for whatever reason, or just want to use her because you like her, then go for it. Still an okay choice. There's better options out there, and I'm not like a big fan of using DDs, but it's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Now, Gangut here, I probably butchered that name as well too. If you use her in a full fleet, she's actually not that bad. I did a showcase with Gangut with full Northern Parliament setup like a year ago, and she got MVP quite a few times with her gun in particular, the 305 M1907. It is really good on her. Otherwise, you won't get that much damage output from her because she has a skill right here that gives you crazy good buffs. It's okay, it's okay. And in terms of elite ship, it's not that bad. But stat wise though, nah, it's not amazing. And then you have the other DDs in the game, or not DDs, the elites in the game. In this case, it's Pamiat. I probably butchered that name, and Grozny. I'm not gonna talk about those ships because absolutely those ships, I'm not a big fan of. Where's my oh, we have Pamiat retrofit. Man, it's alright, and no, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of this retrofit. It's okay though. As for Grozny though, I'm not feeling it as well too. So, in terms of this banner, it's okay. I say it's like in the middle ground. It's like if you have nothing better to use, these ships are definitely worth using. Otherwise, compared to the stuff we have nowadays, because of power creep or just better options available on the table, there's more options definitely compared to back then. But back then these ships were like pretty up there, pretty up there. But nowadays though, nah. So this banner, it's solid. Definitely no must-haves in this banner unless you want to go for permastats. And if you guys want to go for permastat, I highly advise go for Sovetskaya because she gives 1 permanent firepower for battleships at 120. Everything else though are just nice to have. They're on the middle ground, so if you guys really don't want these ships in particular, you don't have to pull for them. Obviously for collection, but if you should be saving because if I'm not mistaken, there should be a UR ship being announced very soon. I'm not kidding, very soon. So I would say save your cubes. Otherwise, if you guys just wanna, you guys are low on cubes, you want to prepare for UR ship, definitely I would just say just skip this banner. There's nothing like really important coming from this banner. They're all like okay ships. But if you've been around for a while now, like a year or so, you must have better options out there. So, that's all this video. That's all for this video. I didn't talk too much about them in particular because they're like old ship rerun or whatever. Okay banner, okay ships, great event, and that's pretty much it. Russian event for you guys. So there's that. There's 2 more days of farming. Good luck to you guys and enjoy the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one as always.